Peace and blessings. I am Chi Vital, aka King Chi, and I am back with another tool for your toolkits. This video for today is about protecting some prime real estate that ladies you are walking around with right there. So, obviously, this is about to be an adult conversation, but it's so important. I received this download and ooh, an explosion in my mind. And I know that this is really gonna hit home for a lot of you. Some guys are not even gonna realize that they're doing this, and some guys know it. But women, you have to be aware at all times. So, without further ado, I want to get right into it. Peace, divine favor. Peace, Aki. Peace, Professor God. And shouts out to all of the fairy gang. Shouts out to all of the occult college gang that came through heavy yesterday for How to Strike Back. Let's get into this. If you're driving home, you're going to have to replay this and take notes. And if not, make sure you get your notebooks out because this is going to be something very interesting. All right. So let's start off with this. First and foremost, what is the Yoni? Okay. This video is titled Yoni Power. And I don't know that everyone who clicks on this really understands what is the Yoni. Okay. So we're talking about the womb. We're talking about the whole reproductive system there where the baby is held and where the action happens, the entire piece, the yoni. Okay. um I'm using the word yoni for a reason. I don't want to suggest stick to the anatomical structure of the uterus, aka womb. However, its anatomical structure is important to what I'm talking about because we are talking not just metaphysics, but there is science that will back the metaphysical aspects of how a womb can nurture any kind of seed. Okay, so some of y'all are coming in here. I want to shout y'all out. What up, E boy? What up? What up? What's up, Waking Venus? What's up, Arika? Okay, so here we go. Let's start with this. How many of you recognize yourselves as manifestors? Press 1 in the chat if you recognize yourself as a manifester. And it's okay if you don't know yet, because I'm going to give you some clues. All right? Okay. How many of you are the person who people with really good ideas comes to share their ideas? Press 1 in the chat if you're that person. So the reason why I added this to the series of Book of Changes is because there's going to be some subtleties for some of y'all that will experience things like having been a part of certain organizations or ideas, and either your ideas fell to the ground or you watched other people who you help support um, experience a proliferation of their ideas after working with you. But I want you to understand some of the metaphysics behind it and who you are, why you are, and how to really harness your power for good, and how not to end up being bitter and destroying your manifestation power. Okay? I said a lot, but I'm going to break it down. Y'all already know. The thing is, the womb in itself, the actual structure, It is absolutely connected to the central nervous system. It's connected to both the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. It is connected to the autonomic nervous system, meaning that the things that it does is on autopilot. Okay. But because it's connected directly, okay, not just peripherally, but directly to the spinal cord, the information that's received up here in the brain actually has a connection to the womb. The information and the experiences that the womb experiences physically is physically connected to the brain. Okay, we got that part? We have something that is called womb memory. Science has done research to show that when a woman is pregnant the first time, that there are cells that hold the memory, okay? So for the next time that she's pregnant, that placenta development, okay, is actually better. It's supposed to be better. And it helps each pregnancy following that come out better. Similarly, we understand that the yoni, or the feminine aspect of creation, okay, and the closest thing to God in the flesh, being the womb of a woman, that it has the ability to take what is an idea and nurture it all the way into physical form and bring it from the unseen realm into the seen realm. You follow so far? Now, because the womb is connected, okay, to the unseen realm, the unseen realm being directly connected to the divine. When a woman, in particular, when a woman hears the frequency of a seed, hears the frequency of a seed. So the frequency of a seed is something that has the potential locked inside of it, and it's also hidden. Okay? When we look at seeds for plants, for fruits, even, anything starts with a seed, we only see the outside structure. And mostly the outside structure does not give us many clues as to what is really packed inside of it. The secrets of the seed are only revealed once they are safely embedded in a structure that is matched with the frequency of unseen. Right? We don't get the bursting and growth of a seed outside of that realm. So in order for us to experience the divine idea, creativity, imagination manifest here in the physical, it has to be received by a conduit that is connected to the abyss, connected to the realm of no thingness. So for some of you women, you may notice within your circle, there are either people, okay, men or women, that are constantly bringing you their ideas because they recognize that you are fertile ground to plant in. You understand? No one brings their sacred ideas, because ideas are seeds. Ideas are just the outside portion. Okay, the seed is just, a few characteristics so you identify it. It's like I have a business idea or I have a personal idea. The idea is just the outer framework. And the more fertile you are in your creative power, in that feminine creative power, the more healthy you are as a feminine creature or being, is the more when that idea comes to you, immediately it begins to open and expand. And so that can be felt in the ways of you expanding on the idea, you having the type of ability to kind of spider web out what would be necessary for the idea to grow and be bigger than what is packed in the initial sharing of it. What women don't understand is that every time they receive these seeds, they are being planted the moment that their creativity begins to digest it. So it's like it goes through the ears, through the brain, okay? Boop, down, and it's going through the system, not through the digestive system like you're eating, right? But each of these sensory portals, right? The vagina is a portal. What we hear affects our womb health. What we see affects our womb health. What we smell affects our womb health. What we eat affects our womb health. So as the vibration of the seed goes into the body and the unseen frequency, right? It has a match inside that can open it. The womb has the power to unlock the hidden, the secrets. As it unlocks it, it starts to pull on your energy. The womb is now being activated and used to birth this idea. Now, the only way that you can stop yourself from bleeding out that creative energy is to stop yourself from participating emotionally and investing a lot of energy emotionally and psychologically when ideas come to you. The only time you want to allow yourself to invest that energy in any form is if it is there to serve you or a purpose that you believe in so that the womb does not get depleted. You follow me? It's like, don't give away the Yoni for free because the Yoni is very, very powerful. And so for men who are watching this, when they understand and think about, oh, who are the women? Like they might have female friends or they might speak to their woman. And when men share their ideas, it's a very intimate thing when it is with women. Okay. A lot of guys don't really share ideas amongst each other unless they're in a mastermind and they are all very confident in building because they it's like the seeds with seeds don't really mix. Is when when they have a different kind of energetic and more balance between the masculine and feminine, then they don't have too much ego destroying that piece where they can create together. That's a whole nother thing. But most times, what do men do? When they feel comfortable, they go and they share their ideas with boo. They do pillow talk. Baby, I got this idea. And that in itself is a sexual interaction. Because now the seed of the word is going into the woman's ear and her consciousness, and she is taking it in to develop it. Now, a word of caution for men and women. Some men realize that whenever they share their ideas with said woman that's around them, it doesn't come to life. Some women may be able to give birth to babies, but anything higher than the unconscious moving about, they don't, no, not really, don't take it personal, but take it personal. Not every child that comes through that womb is going to manifest as someone and a being that can give back to the planet, which is all a reflection of the health of the womb. So in turn, the brother might also see that when he shares certain ideas, that they do not come to full term while being in this space of intimacy. Likewise with women and being around your friends, sometimes the seed of your ideas lands on the ears of a woman who will destroy it in her womb. So how do you keep yourself clear of seeding the wrong yoni? You have to be more mindful of who you're sharing your ideas with. And like I said before, the same way you don't want to be a listening station for gossip because it is destructive vibrations and you don't want to seed weeds, right? It's the same way you want to know that your yoni, your womb, is not a public farm. Because every idea that you entertain is going to begin to take energy because you naturally in your feminine form are going to nurture seeds of ideas. Do you understand? So if people come to you on a regular basis wanting to share their ideas, but they don't want you to have anything to do with it, be mindful of getting overly attached and connected to it. Know your role and don't put your yoni up for free. When people come to you with an idea and it includes you, know if it fits into what you'd like to see birth long term and how it will feed into your vision, because that's taking good care of your womb health. Brothers, please take care of the women that you share your ideas with, because that is a very delicate exchange. And when you love yourselves and you value yourselves on a higher level, then you'll understand that conversations where you are looking to build with other women, that it should be valued the same way that you would value yourself if you were to share your life force to bring forth more life. In your book of changes, I want you to note the differences in some of the pregnancies for those of you who have multiple children, and see how those children were ideas before they came to being and how your experience shifted from one to the other. For my entrepreneurs, I want you to look at how those seeds were planted and how you treated them during the gestation period and how you physically experienced that energy moving through the idea to implementation into manifesting it full term. This is just another note the tool for your toolbox. I hope you enjoyed it and you think deeply on what seeds you are going to be entertaining. Peace, love, and bliss.